everybody, this is Tambiota. I'm back with another Transformers video review. And this time I have Transformers Generations Minicon Assault Team. And this is the IDW release that comes with the figure and the comic book. So I'm looking at the back real quick. You can see he has a figure, which basically is 3 minifigures that turn into one kind of taller figure. If you take a look right here, you can see his bio, and there is his combined name, Centuratron, and then the individual figures right here has all their names also. And then I presume that this is for the combined. This is his ratings for his combined mode. So, and then on the bottom right here, some of the other figures in the line. So. Alright, so let's go ahead and get them out of the package and check them out. Alright, so I'm back with the Minicon Assault Team out of their packaging. This one's a little unique because it's actually 3 Minicon type figures that individually transform into into individual robots, and then can combine to create a larger, almost deluxe size figure. So that's actually pretty nice, and with them being small figures like this and having limited ability for posability and for engineering, I think they did a pretty good job on it. There's like one kind of almost major nitpick that I have with one of the figures, and I'll show you that in just a little bit. But other than that, we have right here we have wind shear, we have runway, and then we have heavy tread. So real quick, I'm going to show you how to transform them into their prospective robots. So we're going to start with the wind shear right here, and let's see, right off the bat you can see what I have problems with is this the cockpit right here. Even without its weapon in there, if you go like that, it's still flipped down sometimes. The best way that I found to actually keep it from doing that is to actually pull it off, which it pulls off really easy, and then taking it and sticking it back on, and it'll stay for a little bit. But if you have the weapon on, if you can even tilt it a certain way, it'll still flop back down. So you can see it's real easy, and then see, then it won't lock back in. So you have to pull it off and then put it back on. It's really strange. So transform him or transform her into robot mode. Take and bend down the legs, and I didn't really show you that, but there is a, I'll just pop that off. There is a tab that tabs into, that the upper part of the thigh tabs into, so you just pull that down, and then you'll untab the arms from up here, and rotate that forward. You want to take this piece, bend it back. The blades already kind of came together. You don't have to put them together, you can still have them apart like that. And then this right here, you want to take and clip that back on. You want to rotate that down like that, and then you can take our weapon and tab it onto our arm like that. So okay, and then for runway, come here and take and untab these arms, and then you want to take and lower the legs down just a little bit so that you can take and remove this portion right here, and then you'll come and rotate the legs down, flip the toes out, and take this portion and flip it forward. And when you flip it forward, it's actually going to lock these legs together. So then you take this portion and then attach it to an arm, and then it becomes a weapon. So number 2, and then number 3 is heavy tread, and really simple. So flip, 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 flip. Take these, flip this down. You want to take and undo one side and leave the gun in one of the other hands, and that's it. So really quickly, I'll show you articulation for these guys individually. Wind shear has a ball joint for the hands, so you can forward, back, out, then a ball joint right here, and then knee joint, and that's about it. Alright, and then we come to runway, and about the same thing. There's no head, so forward, back, ball joint, out. Then there's another ball joint right here at the waist, so you can go out. You can go back a little bit, about that far. That's as far as you can go back. You can go out. Then there's a knee joint, and then you have the toe joint right here. Not toe, but foot. And that does move around a little bit. And then coming to this guy right here, least amount of articulation. Pretty much just the ball joint right here, and it allows you to move forward and back. That's about it. Nothing to the side or anything. You can't really... Oh, no, you can. Here. Hey, there's some forward movement on this leg. That's about it. And then you can bend the toe. So, hey. So to combine them together, I'll go ahead and start with the heavy tread, which is the bottom portion. He's going to become the leg. So we'll take this, undo that, and we'll take this and flip these back forward again, and then basically just untab those and flip it around. And so we got some legs now. Alright, and then for middle portion, or for the middle portion and arms, and we're going to use runway. So flip this up, and then you can see the rivets right here, one right here, and then one right here. So you want to split these apart, and you want to take, and I'm going to show you this hopefully without having to have my hands in the way. But you gotta move these things out of the way and around, and then up into here, like that. And you want to do that for this side, like that, and up into here, and then that'll lock into there, and then you flip that like that, and then you just want to take these arms and put them right there for right now. And you flip the whole unit upside down, flip this down, and take this portion, flip it up, and that reveals the hands. And so then we'll just set this aside. Okay, and then for the head, take this, put this off to the side, and we're going to flip this up like this, pull out the combiner head like that, flip this back down. Then when you flip that down, we're going to reconnect the arms up here, so you can see like that, and then like that. And we'll take these, I'll leave these like this, and we'll see, because this thing doesn't want to stay. Alright, so we're going to start with the feet. Take this portion right here, and then you'll see that there's a little hole in there, and then there's a little kind of this, and then there's a hole right here. So you're just going to take and match those up, click it in. Then you see this post right here. If you look on the bottom of here, there's a hole. So what you want to do is there's another hole right here. See right there, right behind the combiner cord, or right behind the combiner port. There's a hole right there. See it? There you go. You can see it better there. That's going to go in where the nose cone goes, and then this hole is going to go in right here. So that. and then I take this and kind of move it right here, because a lot of people complain about this empty portion in here. So I kind of move those hands to maybe try to fill that a little bit, but it doesn't bother me all that much. This is bothered. There it goes. Alright, so then you come back here, and then you want to take this, and you see that the little back landing gear, there's a little hole back here. You take that landing gear, and you gotta use a little bit of force. It kind of scared me the first time I did it to get it past that notch, but then you can lock it into there. You take the legs, bend those up like that, and there you have Centurytron. So to make his weapon, what you want to do is you want to start with heavy treads. Then you want to take and add runways. And then you want to take this piece right here and add that. And that's how it looks in the cartoon, or not in the cartoon, I'm sorry, in the comic book. Whenever you get it in the package, it's actually like this. I much prefer it like this, so I'll go ahead and add that. The only problem that I have with it is that it seems like the hand is at a downward sloping, so it feels like the gun is not level. It feels like it's aimed down a little bit. See, if you look at it, see how the arm goes this way and then the gun goes down. There's no real way, because there's no articulation with a hand. It's just kind of connected with a post in there. You can actually take the hand out because it's not glued in or anything, but it doesn't help it if you do that. So, all right. So for articulation, it actually has a lot of articulation, considering that it's made out of 3 basically mini-cons. So we'll take the weapon out of his hand. So we'll start up here at the head. There's nothing at the head, so we'll move here to the arms. So there's a ball joint right here, so you can move the arm forward. You can move it back, but it's hindered because of the wings. You can move it out. Then there's an elbow joint. There's nothing at the wrist, like I said before. There's nothing at the waist. Then you come down here to the legs. So he does have a ball joint at the waist, so you can move the leg forward, back, and if you move this out of the way, he does have a knee bend. So I guess if you wanted to, you could move all this stuff up like this, but then he would have problems moving his leg back. So either way, this stuff is kind of in the way. Either way, this stuff's in the way. So then he has this portion right here. You can use that as articulation for the foot, and then once again you have this portion which you can use as articulation for the heel. So, oh, and see, look, I can even show you. See, that's how the hand popped out when I removed the gun. The hand stayed connected to the gun. So see, there's a hole right there, and then there's a peg right in there, and that's just how it goes back on. So, and with that, that's going to go ahead and conclude my review of the Miniconic Assault Team. Don't forget to check out my other videos, subscribe, follow me on Twitter. This is Tambiota, and I'll see you next time.